Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 20th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery, and I've got the lightning strikes overlaid on this. We're going to take a look at yesterday here really quick, and if you look across the Sierra Nevada, look at those thunderstorms popping up just as forecast there, and it stayed across the higher terrain, but you can see even across some of the central Sierra Nevada here as well. And we may do something similar here again today and tomorrow. We'll take a look at that in a little bit of detail as we go through the video. We'll take a look what kind of temperatures we can expect coming up here, and if we have any systems in our extended forecast. But yeah, we did have that thunderstorm activity there as we went through the day on Friday. But again, they stayed across mostly the central and southern Sierra Nevada, and I believe that was probably a mistake there out over the open water. Now, taking a look at the last 2 years of our drought journey here for California, you can see much of the West was not doing well. A lot of extreme drought here across California, Nevada, some exceptional drought even, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. But look at the improvement. I mean, some areas of New Mexico are still not doing well, and Arizona still has some drought. But look at Nevada and California, just literally wipe the slate clean, and lots of improvement across Oregon as well. So nice to see that. And again, that was back on April 5th, 2022, to where we are currently. And if we look at today, the thunderstorm probabilities from the Hanford National Weather Service, kind of bullseye there on Lodgepole and Cedar Grove. You can see Three Rivers Camp right there, Camp Nelson. And yeah, so we may do that again here today, but should stay across a lot of the higher terrain, but you can't rule out some thunderstorm activity up and down the Sierra Nevada. So watch out if you're out there camping off across some of the backcountry for that thunderstorm potential. And we are warming up quite nicely here. Unseasonably warm weekend. You can see Death Valley hitting 104 maybe as we go on in towards tomorrow. 101 today, some nice warm temperatures for Bakersfield, for example, Tehachapi, 68, 74. Now, looking out towards Las Vegas and some of Death Valley, you can see what you're expecting temperature-wise, as you can see Lake Mead. So, yeah, I mean, it's starting to get a little bit warm out there, so it can make hiking difficult. So, be prepared and bring a lot of water with you if you're out and about. This is the high today for San Diego National Weather Service, showing the desert's warming up quite nicely. You can see the chillier temperatures along the immediate coastline, and we warm up a bit tomorrow. Check out Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario, 86, Anaheim, 81, and the desert's definitely warming up. Look at Palm Springs, may hit 100 degrees tomorrow. And if we look at Northern California as well, you can see a lot of areas going to warm up quite nicely through Monday, but then we're going to go through kind of a cool down here. You can see places like Weaverville, 80, 76, 78, 83, then dropping back down here as we go through the mid portion of the week. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station, the thing is pretty nice because it shows a little widget on your smartphone app. It sends you notifications, when it starts raining at your house. And it's got a lightning detection system with it as well. Click on that link down below to save 10% off. So taking a look at what's going on here, you can see the Hawaiian Islands, and you can see California is right here. And this little tiny sliver of a trough here is what helps kick off some of that thunderstorm activity. We may do that again today, kind of see some onshore flow and some convergence across the higher terrain. And then as we go off into the future a little bit more here and into next week, we're going to have this trough out there, and that's actually going to cool down a lot of the area a bit. And then we're going to try to build another ridge in here temporarily before this trough kind of hangs down. And now we're looking way out into the extended forecast, but the models do show something coming towards the end of the month on in through early May. But we have plenty of time to worry about that and watch that as we get closer. If we look at the GFS as of last night, put this into motion, and I'll stop it there really quick. You can kind of see that precipitation showing up, and that could be the thunderstorm activity across Sierra Nevada today. And as we go through tomorrow, Sunday, again, can't rule out a couple storms there as well. Go through Monday, and again, Sierra Nevada. It's that time of the year where we start kicking off those thunderstorms, and then we bring kind of this troughing in here. We're going to cool down a bit. We might bring some precipitation for some areas of the southwest here, and then this trough tries to drop down across the region as we go towards the end of the month. So we'll be watching that one closely. Still a ways out there. Fantasy land, definitely for sure right now. A little bit moisture starved to the system, but it could bring some precipitation and really put a damper on some of the temperatures. So if we look at the European, putting this into motion, just pointing out that this time of year, you start warming up the interior. And when you do, you lower the pressure here. And of course, the Pacific Ocean is much colder, and you get a strong temperature gradient. It's also a pressure gradient, and you get some of these strong northwest winds. It can make for some really chilly conditions along the immediate coastal areas, especially the headlands out there as we warm up the interior. Like I mentioned, lower pressure versus higher pressure. And you kind of see some of these winds pretty strong here as we go through tomorrow across some of southern Oregon, northern California, all the way down the coastline here, and then on onshore flow as we go into mid next week as well. And that's what's going to help keep things a bit cool, at least for a few days. Now, taking a look at lightning flash density potential, this is the European model we're going to scroll through today, and you'll see a little bit of that potential pop up here across some of the Sierra Nevada. And as we go on into Sunday, let's see what it says for that. We're now headed into Sunday afternoon. You can see a few thunderstorms pop up. Maybe we'll get one across at the transverse range if the European is correct. Now, taking a look at total precipitation in inches, I'm just going to show you this here really quick. You can see the thunderstorm activity potentially over the next couple of days, but then we're going to get a couple of these weak troughs moving by, and the trajectory and the orientation of these troughs is going to mean a lot on what kind of precipitation potential we have. But you can see we do have some. It's just not a huge washout, but we'll definitely take anything we can get at this time of year as we head on into early May. Taking a look at the daily 2-meter max temperature, you can see some nice 80s here across a lot of the valley areas. Look at that, probably over 100 degrees for Death Valley as we go through today and tomorrow. Check it out, maybe 106 for Death Valley. Interesting stuff. But we warm up pretty well tomorrow and Monday, and then we start to drop things down a bit here as we get that trough, that weak trough kind of moving through here, and it does suppress the temperatures quite a bit across some of the region here. And we'll be diving into that a little bit more tomorrow as well. And you can kind of see that reflected here. This is San Bernardino. The red line is the average temperature for this time of year, and you can see the warm days Sunday, Monday, and then the temperature stopped dropping back down here. Look at this big change from Sunday to Friday, over 20 degrees difference. And the blue line here is the average low for this time of year as well. This is Bakersfield. You can see that reflection of the suppressed temperatures here as we go into the mid and end of next week. And there's Sacramento. Also, you're going to feel that kind of below average temperatures here as we go through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, after a few warm days here coming up. And again, not much has changed across a lot of the Intermountain West here. Nice snowpack is out and about. Lower Columbia or Colorado River Basin here, exports out to a lot of Southern California. So that's good news. And we are doing quite well as far as the snow water equivalent. We're about 137% of historical norms there. So very nice to see. But yeah, interesting stuff out there. Got to see that thunderstorm activity popping off across the higher terrain. Probably going to do something similar again today and tomorrow. So heads up again. A lot of people start to get out and about this time of year camping. Watch out for this thunderstorms. Can still be dangerous, if you're out across the higher terrain. So anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.